All right, hello, welcome, FAMU, to another live episode of the O&G Strike Zone. Bryan Fulford and back in the home studio, Kelvin Rozier, somewhere in a beautifully background. I don't know where Kelvin is, but Kelvin, what's good, brother? I can't make out what you were doing. How are you doing, my brother? What's good?
What you think I was doing? The meme of the year. I am so unbothered. You know I was coming. You know I was gonna do this. This is my house. What's going on, B? How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm good to be back, man. Good to be back. Feeling good. Feeling better. Can't say I'm feeling great, but I'm probably about 85 to 90%, which is better than where I was a week ago. So good to be back with you. Appreciate Keith for holding it down. Enjoyed watching the show while I kind of was in and out of consciousness and, just dealing with what I was dealing with. So, it's all good. Good to be back. But
hold on one more time. Coach Curry.
if I wasn't trying to produce and do all this on my own, I would put together a montage of all the I'd put a graphic of all the different memes that were circulating on Saturday, boy. I tell you what.
The internet is undefeated.
The internet is undefeated, boy. Y'all are classic. Y'all are classic. And you knew it was coming too. I mean, when I saw the original meme of Kirk, I mean, just by the way, just the consciousness to be able to do that is just insane. But it's hilarious as heck. But just see it, and then for it to be caught and captured the way it was, beautifully done.
It's just viral, man. It was everywhere.
Yes, and it couldn't happen to a better school than Grambling. And so, for it to happen to Grambling, and then right on the heels of us playing Grambling and, all that history right there, I mean, that was just, I like I said, when the game was over, what was the tweet? Release the memes, and they just came flooding. It was just, people couldn't help themselves, man. Any and every kind of face you could throw on those memes, they did. So,
well, hopefully, baseball is up 5-4, so hopefully I can do this. And then Bethune is tomorrow in basketball, so.
Man, look, I can't even fight. Look, I'm having fits right now. Trying to find that game, which is happening. If you got ESPN Plus, I can't even. I'm trying to do 5 things here. I want to kind of peep to everybody in the chat, but at the same time, I'm sitting here trying to get my TV squared away so that I too can flip on this cotton picking game and see what's happening. I don't know. Maybe I don't need to watch it. I don't know. Any update? What updates can you provide as you can, as our baseball team is right now in Gainesville taking on the University of Florida? What updates can you provide for the people who are watching?
The number 9 ranked Florida Gators, by the way.
Oh, okay.
And I think that I heard the commentator say they 12-1 or something like that. But we are up 5-4 in the bottom of the 5th right now with 1 out. Nobody on base.
All right. Is that on SEC Network any chance? No, it's all basketball on everything else.
Made that 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Nobody on.
All right, so this is gonna make for great TV here, folks. As I'm sitting here trying to find this game on my on my TV set. And those of you who are watching SEC Network has the game? Really? I thought I was just on SEC Network, and I'm seeing something else.
ESPN Plus is where I'm catching it, but it says it's on the SEC Network Plus, which is basically ESPN Plus.
Yeah, SEC Network Plus. All right, so, oh man, okay, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll let Kelvin do some talking, and then I can kind of figure it out on my end. But I don't know, because right now all my SEC channels and ESPN channels are programmed with basketball right now. So I don't know. Bottom of the sixth now.
Bottom of the fifth. It's bottom of the fifth.
I don't know. I'm getting all kinds. I got who's this? Top of the seventh. What's going on here, guys? Can we get? I know everybody's on different streams. What are we doing?
Yeah, I'm watching it and live, and it's 5-4 in the bottom of the fifth.
Maybe I should just be wise and just do myself a favor and find the live stat tracker.
And we have the armor in pitching right now.
The sidearm. I can't even find the live stats. Live stats. If I go to the site here.
Struck out 2. Now we're going to the top of the 6th.
Okay. All right. Well. All right. So this is poor planning on my part, but I'm gonna rely on you. I want to follow along with everybody else, but I guess I'll have to kind of run the show here as we try.
I don't know how Hollow was in the top of the 7.
I'm like, Hollow. Yeah, where is Hollow at? Gale's in the top of the 7 too. What kind of programming are y'all on? Y'all jumped into the future on us? What the hell?
Unless they got the wrong tape on my feed. This is the ESPN I'm on.
Which ESPN? You on the 30 minute delay ESPN, Kelvin. Anyway,
I might be, evidently.
All right. Eventually, I will find out. I feel like I almost want to just take a break just so I can go find the right feed. But all right, I'm seeing enough people say that they're in the seventh inning, top of the 7th. So that means we are up to bat. We are leading 5-4. All right. Appreciate you guys. Keep them coming in the chats. I don't know, maybe just the power of the internet. Some of you are half an inning behind others. So we'll go off of whatever we see in the chat. So I'm going to keep the live chat feed running right now. Okay, so loaded show for you guys tonight. We got a loaded show. We got Rick Kinsey coming up here at the bottom of the hour. And, Brother Kinsey's going to come on and talk to us about the Rattlers in Arms, the March fundraising, March membership drive that's happening in the month of March. Might even have a few other guests. I'm seeing some other folks pop in. So we might even have some guests on with him. Then at the top of hour 2, GT3, the award-winning journalist, himself, Gerald Thomas III of the Tallahassee Democrat. He's going to join us, talk to us about the other, more his latest awards that he's received, and then give us some good spring football updates as the Rattlers are out on the field. Notice I said the field, the grass, not on the turf. They're out there practicing on the practice field. And so Coach Gray's first spring practice is underway right now, so we'll get a chance to talk to him. And then we'll talk at the bottom of hour 2 with some SWAC indoor champions. None other than our award championship winning coach Ellenwood, along with some, we had some of our track athletes on a couple of weeks ago prior to the SWAC indoors. So coming back on the show, we got Kirk with the kick, none other than Kirk Dawkins. He's going to be coming on. Tara Bert, SWAC women's most outstanding performer, and Diandrenique Gaines, the new fastest woman in the SWAC. Another year in which the Rattlers had the fastest woman in the SWAC as she won the 60-meter and the 200-meter as a true freshman. So We'll have them on at the bottom of the hour. So we got a lot to get to in this episode.
Yes,
all right.
sir.
Yeah. I'm gonna skip by the shout outs a little bit because loaded show. So I say hello to all the folks who came in early. I'm just kind of quickly glancing through Bull, Kenneth Rozier, Melissa Wilson, Marvin Allen, Ashton Harris, Marcus, Ashton, Marcus, Makiba West, Mary 305, Iria, B Starks, all the folks. I think I kind of got in Jimmy Max in there somewhere, Tamara T, all of you who, we appreciate you. Might have jumped in before I put up the live chat. Little baby I see in there, A Willa 38, Ken, Alice, all of the regulars, we say hello and we thank you for being regulars on the show, being a part of the Jericho Broadcast Network's YouTube page and joining us. And so we appreciate you, and you guys can please feel free to we'll catch up with so many of you via the live chat feed that we see on there. So please bear with as we trying to do our best to catch up. All right, so we're going to start it off because we're coming up on the end of the regular season in men and women's basketball. So we're going to start the show with the big doubleheader that's coming up tomorrow in the Snake Pit. Rattlers and Wildcats getting ready to mix it up on a Thursday night in Tallahassee, Florida. The game will be streamed, broadcast live on HBCU Go. What time is the women's tip-off, Kelvin? Is it 5 or 5:30?
5:30.
5:30 Eastern time is when the women will tip off on HBCU Go. And then we'll jump right over to the men, which will follow up afterwards. And so that's what's ahead. For the ladies, Kelvin, the tough days continue for Coach Gordon and the ladies, as they have now, I believe they're in the midst of a 6-game losing streak. Currently 6-11 in conference play. I think at last time I looked at the standings going into, let me see. I'm going to pull it up here now.
I don't know why you did it to yourself.
Well, because we're reporters. We're reporting the news, Kelvin. That's all we can do for the people in this, because the SWAC tournament begins on Monday. So
we'll be playing.
Well, and that's the one thing. That's the one good thing. We will be playing. Everybody goes to the SWAC tournament. Currently, we are in 8th place.
Yep.
Yeah, we are currently in 8th place. Can do no better than 8th place, but we need to win to ensure that we stay in 8th place. Because just sitting, what is that? Literally one game behind us is
VCU?
Texas Southern and Valley. Now, Bethune is 2 games back, but we definitely don't want to lose to them.
No.
I mean,
especially how we lost that first game.
Yeah, we think back on that first loss, a game that we had won, and literally threw it away.
Yeah.
And ended up losing that game. And so I think for this team's mental edge, for the psyche, it'd be good to kind of go into the tournament with a win. These have been some tough losses over the course of this streak. I don't know. I don't know what you can glean or pull away from these games. What's your thoughts, Kelvin, as we head into this final regular season game for these ladies?
It's kind of what we've seen all year from this team. When they turn the ball over, they have trouble consistently scores those single quarters single score quarters, and we need Purifoy and Bria and McCarthy. We need them to be double-digit scores, and for whatever reason, they haven't consistently been double-digit scores, so we struggle.
Yeah, we have not found a way to score more than, these last couple games. We finally got over 60 points, but we haven't been able to stop water out the faucet. This team's got to find a way to score 65 points plus, and they got to find a way to hold their opponents, and that's Bethune. So, but we'll see what happens. And, if we hold on to that 8 spot, that means the Lady Rattlers won't play until Tuesday, because the 9 through 12 seeds are the team that play on Monday. So let's keep the positive energy. Say a prayer, light a candle, and let's kind of keep the positive energy. As it relates to the men are where the action has been hot and heaviest, as we rolled into Louisiana and put boot to ass. That's all I can say. With a clean sweep over Southern and Grambling. And I'll tell you, I don't know, for me, the biggest and most impressive thing that I saw from the guys in Louisiana was the ball movement, Kelvin. The ball movement was really good. The shooting was on point, and I just thought we were the better team. And but I know Southern is sitting currently in second place, and we'll talk about the scenarios in a moment, but I just thought we were so much better than Southern on the road. I mean,
we've swept them. So
yeah,
from a matchup standpoint, I think we're a good matchup. We have two teams that I think have, I don't know if they're matchup problems, but we haven't beaten Alabama A&M or JSU. So those are two teams I would like for us to avoid. Everybody else, we're good.
Yeah, so the guys come into this weekend really having won. We're on a 3-game winning streak, having won 4 of the last 5, and that only loss was that home loss to Alabama A&M, where we lost by 2 points at home. So we're playing some really good basketball right now. And so here comes Bethune. I thought I had the standings, the latest standings in a graphic, but
I did look at it. I see Liv on there, so she'll correct me if I'm wrong. But based upon what I looked at, of course we tied for second right now. But
there's 4 teams in tied for second, technically, all with a 10-7 conference record.
But a couple of them may have a tiebreak over us. Texas Southern would have the tiebreak over us, and Alabama A&M would have the tiebreakers over us.
Correct. And we have the tiebreaker over Southern. And so the one positive thing, though, Southern and Alabama A&M, who both sit at 10-7, play each other Thursday. So, the top 4 of the top teams all play each other, us and Bethune. Of course, Bethune, the regular season champs. And then Alabama A&M and Southern. And for, if you want to go down this road and kind of do the projecting thing, well, we need to take care of business first off to win.
Right.
That's A.
Then Southern.
Secondly, we want Southern to win.
Yep.
And then third, Prairie View and Texas Southern play each other.
Right.
That's a good rivalry. We'd love for Prairie View A&M to go ahead and beat Texas Southern.
Absolutely.
And should that scenario play out, that would put us at 11-7, excuse me.
Yeah.
And we would end up as the 2 seed because we'd have the tiebreaker over Southern.
Yes. Even in a worst case scenario, though, I did all the possibilities, and I believe I'm correct on this. We can finish, even if we lose and all those other teams win. The worst we'll finish is 6th. So we would still have to buy.
Let's see, because we do own the tiebreaker over
we own the
Pine Bluff.
tiebreakers, right?
We own a tiebreak over Pine Bluff. The Jackson State game is where we'd have to kind of see what happens because they play. Who do they play? They play Valley or Alcorn. They either play Valley or Alcorn. That's the other team that we don't have the tiebreaker over. So it's kind of crazy. Where so if you were projecting out in that fashion, but it's going to make for an interesting night on SWAC TV. Of course, our game is on HBCU Go. Everybody else is on SWAC TV. So there you go. Liv says we need to win and have Texas Southern lose, of course. And then, as I said, we need Southern to win as well. So there's a couple different scenarios in that mix, though.
Yep.
We can see.
But we can't finish lower than 6 in all of them, even with the tiebreakers. Because you got teams playing each other. Trust me, I went down the rabbit hole.
I have too, but I'm okay. I mean, okay. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what the thing is. The Jackson State is the X factor for me because they don't play at Pine Bluff, do they? Is Jackson State and Pine Bluff playing each other?
Yeah, Jackson State got another game.
I'm asking though, but do they play Pine Bluff? Because Pine Bluff and Jackson are both sitting one game behind the group of 4 teams that are 10-7.
Yes,
they do play each other.
Yes, they just played Valley, and Valley just played.
They played Tuesday.
Alcorn.
So they played Tuesday. Okay,
yeah,
so
they played Alcorn.
All right, so here it is. I'm on the SWAC site. So Grambling is at Alabama State. Mississippi Valley State is at Jackson State. UAPB is at Alcorn. Prairie View is at Texas Southern. Southern is at Alabama A&M. So, I would love to see Valley win, and I'd love to see Alcorn State win. Take out those opportunities for us to fall into that 6 or 7 spot. But anyway, it's going to be interesting. All the games outside. This is a good weekend to get downloaded with SWAC TV because you can watch the Southern Alabama A&M game on a separate TV on SWAC TV. You can flip over and watch a little bit of the Mississippi Valley Jackson State game. I guess the Alcorn State game will probably be on YouTube. So interesting night to watch basketball. The good thing is though, Kelvin, I think we got first dibs. So we play at 7:30, which is actually the earliest game. So by the time our game ends, we'll kind of get a chance to kind of watch everything else going on and figure out what's what. So
yeah, and the game will be on HBCU Go tomorrow.
Right.
And we are expecting a very nice contingent crowd. This game typically draws 4,500 to 5,000, and hopefully that'll be the case on a Thursday tomorrow. I've heard a lot of, and I'm mad because I'm on assignment for work and I'm in South Florida again, so I'm gonna dadgum miss the game.
Oh man,
Hold it down for me, Gail.
Hold it down. Rattling me. Will we see? I know Liv's in the chat room. Is Liv doing any mid-game reporting? Liv, let the people know if you're going to be doing any mid-game stuff. We always love to see Liv when she's on HBCU Go doing her thing. Shout out to Liv for Hoops. Make sure you guys follow. Liv doing a great job. Just in case this tournament season, so it's a lot of action, a lot of hoops going on right now. So make sure to check in with at Live for Hoops. Okay. Anything else related to basketball that you want to get into? I know there was a couple other news and notes that maybe we can get into regarding basketball and Coach Ward a little bit later. But I don't know if there's anything else you want to get to before we hit that first break.
No, that was the only thing I was going to mention, that he's nominated for Coach of the Year, for 2 different Coach of the Year awards for Division I.
Okay. Well, we'll mention more specifics on those a little bit later on in the show. But for right now, we're going to take our first break and come back. Rick Kinsey is going to come in and join the show. Tell us about the Rattler in Arms March membership drive. Here's a chance to be a part of the Rattlers in Arms. And I don't know, Rick might have some other news and got some other folks to come on and join the show and tell us what's the good. So, all right, hang tight with us. The ONG Strike Zone, part of the Black College Sports Network. You're watching us, and hit the thumbs up and the like button, however and wherever you're watching the show. Kelvin and I will be back in just a moment.
This is the Dean of the College of HBCU Sports, Kenyatta Cavill of Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Come mix it up in the lab where the course lecture is in session every Tuesday from 6 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on Facebook Live, YouTube Spreaker, or the BCSN app, as we discuss all things about the HBCU sports culture, including exploring the week that was in the sporting HBCU diaspora, as well as the upcoming week of HBCU sports. With me, the Dean, the College of HBCU Sports, on Dr. Cavill's Inside the HBCU Sports Lab with Mike Washington and Charles Bishop. Course lecture dismissed.
It's never too early to plant the seed, to share the tradition, and instill a sense of pride in your HBCU with your little ones. HBCU Pride and Joy Children's Boutique helps you share your school spirit with a wide selection of adorable kids apparel and accessories officially licensed from your favorite HBCU. Visit hbcupridejoy.com and follow us on all social media at HBCU Pride Joy on Facebook and Twitter.
When it comes to professional learning, teachers deserve better. From the leader in online learning, Stride brings you the Stride Professional Development Center, an on-demand library of mobile-friendly courses that gives teachers choice and flexibility, allowing them to learn anytime and anywhere. Our dynamic courses provide bite-sized learning and help educators advance their knowledge while also gaining professional development hours. It's time you take charge of your learning. Visit us today to get started.
For over 30 years, HBCU Image has been more than just an apparel store. We've been a movement, a statement, a legacy. We celebrate the pride, the purpose, and the culture that make historically black colleges and universities legendary. HBCU Image, a Kenny T's company.
All right, welcome back to the ONG Strike Zone. Bryan, Kelvin, and joining us is none other than Rick Kinsey, Rattlers in Arms. How you doing tonight, sir?
Hey, man, I'm doing well. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. You coming in good.
Great. How you guys doing?
Man, doing wonderful, man. Glad to have you back on.
Hey, it's always a pleasure, man. And thank you for, again, allowing us to be on your show. And hopefully we represent us very well. So thank you for allowing me to talk a little bit about the Rattlers in Arms. As everybody know, we always talk about the Rattlers in Arms of doing something, right? Yes. And I just wanted to let everybody know that we do have a membership drive that's going, and we just kicked it off on the 1st of March, and we're running it for the whole month of March. And I'm here to tell you tonight that we have over 70 members that have already joined in a matter of 4 days, which says that we must be doing something right.
Absolutely.
We have been calling ourselves Rattlers in Arms since 2017, and most people didn't know we were a 501c3. And then we just decided to really go full bore. And I got to tell you, when you have an all-star executive board, Dr. Maurice Pickett, Keith Suggs, Robert McDonald, Rodney Pitts, Paula Goodman, and Marlo Smith, I tell you, we can't lose, right? You're talking about 6 of the 7 board members are retired and have been extremely successful in their career field. So what we had decided to do was, hey, open it up, bring in folks who have always supported us in our endeavors and supporting student athletes at Florida A&M University. And what we have, when we talk about FAMU League, we truly have that. We have people from our old high schools. You know, we have people from different universities who have been and who have joined our membership. And one of the most proudest days for me was on the 2nd when my father called me and said, "Hey, your mom and I, we just joined as life members." And I'm like, "You both joined?" He said, "Yes, she's a life member and I'm a life member." So, you know, I'm so proud that my parents have definitely joined. And so they believe, just like we do, in the mission, which is to provide scholarships to students at Florida A&M University. So this has been great. And it's so funny because most people know us as being supportive of student athletes, right? You all have seen how we have supported our athletic program over the past years, but we started out literally providing scholarships just for students. And I'm here to tell you that we have provided over 85 scholarships the first time in college students with a goal of hitting 100 this year. So we're looking at providing another 15. Now, this opportunity with the membership will allow us to provide scholarships specifically. Well, I should say not specifically, a 2-prong approach. High school first time and college students, and now students that are currently attending FAMU. So when I tell you we have what I call the full enterprise, when you think about, we provide scholarships the first time in college students, in which we provided scholarships to 85 students thus far, with a goal to hit 15 so that we hit the magical number of 100. And what most people don't know, currently at Florida A&M University, we have 5 endowments, okay, valued at close to $500,000 right now. And we also kicked off the Rattlers, Rattler Battalion Leadership Legacy Program, which supports ROTC. And with that program, we have provided over 45 scholarships to ROTC cadets. And so when you think about what we really stand for in terms of providing scholarships, those are the quiet things that people do not know about that we do. Now, when you add in athletics, as you already know, just over this past year, in 2025 and 2026, everybody knows what we pretty much did with the golf team. And I want to thank all those donors and supporters. When we look at what we did for Mike Rice, when we did the indoor putting green, the canopies, and then we left that and we supported our softball team. And I'm here to report tonight that I got a call from a coach and that the pitcher machine will be here next week. And which is great because now they're entering into SWAC conference play as they kick off with Jackson State. And then we ended the year out with supporting Coach G, I think, who will be on your program. And as you all know, he has the Coach of the Year, and the women won the indoor and track and field. So we are really investing in winners. So when you think about all the donors who have supported us in our endeavors, we consider them as part of the Rattlers in Arms, because every time we have stood up and asked for support, people have literally gave it their all. And I should say we concluded, as most people know, we were also part of the All In for Coach Quinn. So when you look at our portfolio, it's rather extensive. And I'm just so happy that in 4 days, over 71 donors, I should say new members, and we have raised over $10,000 already in 4 days. So that is truly amazing. And again, when you have an all-star team like we have, it's truly a blessing. And I think tonight I have, we did request that 2 other members join us. Jay Sean, who's a current student, and we had Juliana, who was a graduate, because I wanted them to tell a story and what it means to receive scholarships from us.
Yeah, definitely. I see Juliana and Jay Sean, both of them are in I know Juliana's here. I'm gonna bring her, and I think we've got Jay Sean. He was in earlier. There we go. There's both of them, and there we go. We got both of them in, and hello to you, Juliana and Jay Sean.
Good evening.
Yeah. I just want to let people know real quick before we introduce them to you or introduce the Rattler family to you. Just let people know that I did put in the chats, no matter whether you're watching us on the YouTube feeds or on the Facebook feeds, there is a link to join in case you didn't get the memo or didn't get the text or didn't see the social media post. You can join via the membership there. So Juliana and Jay Sean join in. Juliana, why don't we start with you, ladies first? Why don't you kind of tell us a little bit about you, yourself, and your involvement with the Rattlers in Arms.
All right. Well, good evening, everyone. This is an honor to be on the podcast to just talk about my experience. I am a recent graduate of Florida A&M. I received my master's this past August in my master's in health administration. And then I got my bachelor's back in 2022 with my bachelor's in general health science. And I currently am still actually in Tallahassee. I work at a local community health center in the outreach department and as the program coordinator. Like Mr. Rick said, I was actually a recipient of the scholarship back in 2018. So almost a decade. And the benefits of the scholarship didn't just stop at undergrad, right? So they actually encouraged me to even go get a master's degree. And when I got the scholarship, I didn't realize what kind of an impact they actually made on me, because they didn't just become the people who awarded me the scholarship. They became my family. And Mr. Rick can tell you every FAMU game, I am down there at the tailgate, coming by, hanging out, saying hello to everyone, because they truly are family. And the work that these men have done, honestly, has impacted not just myself, but my brother has also attended FAMU, and then even my younger brother, who doesn't attend FAMU, somehow found a benefit with the men of the Rattlers in Arms. So I'm truly grateful. I've been a beneficiary for these many, many years. And I think what they're doing is great work. So many people at FAMU know them, and not just for, like he said, student athletes, just individuals everywhere. They are so networked with everyone, loved by so many. And so I really encourage everyone to get a membership with them, because the work that they do is just so impactful and helps people like me and other students, even like Jay Sean, who are still in school. So
nice.
That's my tidbit. Yes, sir.
And I'm sorry, where did you say you were from again?
So I'm sorry, I'm from Tampa Bay, Florida. So I'm actually from the crib, like a lot of them. And I received the scholarship in Tampa back in 2018.
Okay. Tampa Rattler. All right. All good. Okay. You know how she threw that 2018. I feel old, even though that feels like it was just 5 years ago. But you made it sound like it was about a decade, 2 decades ago.
Oh my
Come on now. It wasn't that long ago. Just messing with you.
Yes, sir.
And Jay Sean, you're a current student at FAMU. Why don't you tell us a little about yourself, where you're from, your journey, your background a little bit?
Hi, how's everybody doing? Greetings. I am Jay Sean Scott, a third-year architect scholar from Tampa, Florida, and I was a 2023 scholarship recipient. You know, the impact was very important to me because being a student athlete, I got down here, first thing was wrestling. I came to school to wrestle. I had to realize, academics was a road too. So the scholarship covered my books, took that weight off of me. It impacted me more beyond just book scholarships. I met more people, like the golfing team I ran into one day in the back of the dorms. I was like, do y'all know Mr. Kinsey? Yeah, we love Mr. Kinsey. This was like, seeing the impact he has on the campus and meeting the golf team. I got invited to his Hall of Fame ceremony and meeting more people and just the impact he reaches out. Even every home game, I got friends from Albany State that came down to visit me and being helped out by Mr. Kinsey and more Rattlers on. So, the outreach didn't just extend to me, extend to other people and got me the connections, even close family members. I met a cousin of Mr. Kinsey randomly just walking around campus down here. So, when he reached out to me, he's been like a big guy to me, helping me out, everything, looking out for me. So it was really impactful just receiving it to guide me as a student, as an athlete, connections I received off of it as well.
All right. Good stuff.
So yeah, Bryan. If I may, Jay Sean is a special young man because Jay Sean attended the high school that I attended at Tampa Bay Tech. So he didn't tell y'all the real story, how we really met. And so I met him at high school, and his assistant principal and the vice and the principal actually talked highly of Jay Sean. And at the time when Jay Sean applied, they wasn't quite sure he could get in, and I made I promised that we would get him in, and this young man has been nothing but a stellar performer. And as Juliana said, these are, you know, when you support the Rattlers and Arms, this is what you see, right? This is their true testimony. And she was along with several other young ladies, to include my daughter. They were all recipients, and let me tell you, they are all off doing some amazing things. And Jay Sean will tell you, when we come back up to Tallahassee, we check on every student.
Nice.
And you know, they asked for everything. Jay Sean even wanted to know, you know, I'm at the grocery store. He's like, Mr. Kinsey, can you get me some special shampoo? I said, now I have to draw the line somewhere. The answer is no. Now I get you some trash bags and some groceries, but some special shampoo. You know. so, you know, hey, the sky's the limit, but at some point, you know, you have to say, look now, you know, we draw the line. So they are truly just a small example of the 80 something students that we have provided scholarships to. And so I'm so glad that they were able to come on and give their testimony. So I'm sorry, Kevin. I apologize. I know you had some questions.
No, man, absolutely. This is an opportunity for them as students and former students, and you as a supporter to put a picture of exactly why we give and what it looks like and the impact it has when we give. So it's important to have that on our platform. Now, my question for both students, and we'll start with Juliana first, is did you choose, why did you choose FAMU? Do you have family or anybody else who went to FAMU? And give me your best FAMU experience.
Okay, so why did you choose FAMU? Did we have any family who went to FAMU? And what was our best experience?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll answer them out of order. So do I have any family at FAMU? When I came to FAMU, originally I only had, I think, 2 cousins who went to FAM at the time. I started in 2018. They were there at 2008, 2009. So by the time I got there, they were long gone. But I actually was introduced to FAMU my junior year of high school. My avid teacher brought us to Tallahassee to see FSU and FAMU. And at the time, I was a student athlete. I was playing basketball and flag football. So I was stuck on going to play football at FSU. But she knew what she was doing because she took us to FAMU on a Friday, and she took us to FAMU first. So we got to campus, and it was, as we all know, Set Friday. And I was just amazed at everyone was so happy, and there was just music, and everybody was looking. It was just awesome. And then we went to FSU, and it was so quiet. And I was so sad. I was like, this is my dream school. And so that day, I made the decision. I said, I'm going to FAM. And I was actually introduced to the men of Rattlers and Arms by my brother. My brother's best friend his father is actually Dr. Maurice Pickett. And so when I told them I was going to FAMU, they got me together. They connected with the right people. I mean, they were super excited. And I didn't even know what HBCU was at the time. And so they made sure I had all the information. And then like Mr. Kinsey said, when we got to the scholarship, I think it was a luncheon. They gave us a whole bunch of information, and we took all of us I got pictures still to this day, all of us with our certificate. And one of the young ladies who I got a scholarship with, her and I are best friends to this day, talk every day. And so I wanted to bring that up to say that this doesn't just end, once we're in school. This thing is a lifetime. And my best experience, I'll say that is my family now at FAMU. Mr. Kinsey's my family at FAMU. Dr. Maurice Pick is his son. We're all family. My best experience at FAMU, I probably have to say games. I can't just give one experience. Every game, they are always there with their the RVs, and every game I bring a new friend. I'm like, hey y'all, this my dad, this my uncle. Hey, hi. And after that, they don't have to introduce themselves again. They're family. And so every home game, I'm always looking forward to see them, to give them a call, say, hey, is there food at the tailgate? Can I stop by, bring some extra bodies? So that brings me joy, honestly. So I hope I covered all the questions.
You definitely did that. And I understand. But that's where the moniker family comes from. That's what makes FAMU different, frankly.
Absolutely.
All right, Jashawn, what about you?
So for me, what originally drew me to FAMU, as Mr. Kinsey said earlier, I met him through my assistant principal, and ironically at that time I was getting ready to head to states for wrestling. So I was looking at different programs, and FAMU had a program, and I was thinking, okay, I could go either wrestle at a PWR, I could go wrestle for people that look like me, people that are me, people that share my experience. And so they introduced me to Mr. Kinsey. It's like, this is a FAMU Rattler graduate, Tampa Bay Tech graduate, and he really sold a great pitch to me. Talked about how good FAMU is. It's the place to truly be. And I was studying architecture at Tech also, so I was killing two birds with one stone essentially: architecture degree and wrestling. What more could you ask for? And get to bond with people and family. And what really also sold me was a lot of FAMU Rattlers came from my high school. My lunch lady, my teacher, Miss Cheney, Mr. Kinsey. So it was just family was already there with me in Tampa, and it continued with me all the way to Tallahassee. And the experience that really made me love FAMU, there's two experiences. One was homecoming. Freshman year of homecoming. I remember like it was yesterday. I had torn my ACL, so I just got off my brace. I was able to walk and run around. Lemonade, food, lemonade, food, football game. So, it was truly amazing. And then another one was second be out day down in Tampa, because the culture got brought down to my city, Tampa, Florida, and just seeing everyone that I know from high school, the lunch ladies, even people I didn't know, kids under me that went to high school under me, that parents were Rattlers that I didn't know of. It's just the whole community aspect of this gathering. Even when I got here, they thought I was a football player. So everyone's like, "Oh, sweetie, you need anything? Do you need help with financial aid?" Wink, wink. I was like, I do got to focus on the football game. You can help out a little bit. It's just a love and trade of the community. And for family members that attended FAMU, my late auntie attended. I didn't get the honor of meeting her. She passed before I was born, but she was one of the only Rattlers in my family. A lot of my other cousins go to Bethune-Cookman, but that's neither here nor there. But, continue a legacy for my family, kind of.
Man, great testimonies. Love to hear it.
Yes.
And it brings my heart so much joy to hear younger Rattlers revere FAMU just as I do as a seasoned Rattler.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I connect definitely as an out-of-town Rattler who didn't have a lot of family prior to coming on the yard, maybe, and then you realize you got this this family that all of a sudden that you didn't know you had, but it's what you needed and what you wanted. So I can relate. I definitely can relate to that. Wish I had met a big brother, Rick Kinsey, when I was on the yard, but they eventually find us, we find them, and so God bless to all the mentors who find the young people and when they meet them. So congratulations to both you two. And thank you for sharing your story and your testimony. Does having been a part of, or not just having been a part, but being a part, does it kind of inspire you to eventually want to give back in a similar fashion after maybe you already are, but even more so after you kind of become a two-time graduate or a first-time graduate? We'll start with you, Juliana.
I definitely can say I didn't have a choice. So Dr. Maurice Pickett and Mr. Keith Stubbs, I call them my godfathers. I call them my pops. They told me as soon as I graduated, go ahead and join the National Alumni Association. Okay. Make sure you're ready to give back. And so they even told me when they opened up the membership for Rattlers and Arms, they said, Juliana, I said, don't worry, I ain't got big girl money, but I got money. I'm gonna go ahead and join, send my dues. And so absolutely the work that they do, like I said, it impacts so many of us. I know Jay Sean was saying that he had a direct family member who was already at FAMU, but my family now, I started the legacy, right? And so knowing that, even my mom, she's a proud mom of Rattlers, and so she talks about it all the time. She gives back whenever she can. So absolutely, I think I would be dismayed, right, if I don't give back to the university and to the people that gave so much to me.
Nice. How about you, Jishan?
So for me, as I say, the scholarship is more than just a scholarship. Mr. Kinsey has been a mentor to me as well. So my outreaches have been mentoring young Rattlers. There's a few young guys I've been putting under my wing that's coming here. There's even the young guys that come in, the freshman architects. I stop by and just introduce myself. If I could reach out to them, maybe they'll be inspired, continue school, reach out to the next generation. And even though I was real close friends with Mr. Kinsey's granddaughter back in high school, she's here now. So, I try to help her out as much as I can. As if I see her, you need anything, you need assistance with anything, or her friends, trying to be a big brother to them. as much as I can until I get, the big boy architect bucks to enter the Alumni Association and donate back.
Hey, Bryan and Kelvin, now you heard what he said, right? My granddaughter.
Yes,
So,
I heard.
that yeah. So Jason, I got to let you know that ain't getting you no special shampoo, friend. Okay. And so, just because you and I are, y'all best friends, don't try that with me. Okay. But what I would like to say is, as you can clearly see, right, when you support the Rattlers and Arms, you see the quality of students that you're supporting.
Yeah.
And so that's why we're so grateful, right? That when you see this is truly about the Rattlers and Arms are truly about supporting students, right? Who wants to go to Florida University, and upon graduating, that's going to make an impact in society. What you see before you are 2 students out of 85. And I can give you a list of those who have gone off in grad school currently right now, pharmacists, dentists who have benefited from being a recipient of those who believe in students. If you do not believe in students, the Rattlers and Arms is not for you. Okay. And that's what we said. If a child wants to go to Florida A&M University, the Rattlers and Arms is for you. And while they are there and they need assistance called scholarships, this is for you. If this is what you are not about, these 2 students and the others that are at Florida A&M University, the Rattlers and Arms Incorporated is not for you. And as Kevin and I talk, and Bryan, you're a recipient. You have been up to the RB StrikeZone. You guys have done a broadcast from out of there. You know what we're about. We're solely about students. And as I was telling Kevin now, Bryan, I don't know why God has something going on with Kevin and myself, because every time I'm up on the yard, Kevin is around, right? So it went from when we were trying to help the softball team, Coach G, he came and he thought I was blowing him off. Kevin was right there. Kevin can tell you that story, right? And Bryan, he reminded me about when I was on you guys' show, and I think in December, I made a statement about whoever that next coach might be, head football coach. Maybe we need to do something and raise some money for that guy. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna keep talking these things in existence, right? Yeah. Yes. And just maybe, we will get some more money. But I tell you, this is what you see is where your dollars go when you support the Rattlers and Arms. These 2 quality students are just in a graduate, I should say, Juliana being a graduate. When I tell you, family, Dr. Pickett and T. Stubbs is truly a stepfather to Juliana. From when the car broke down, I was supposed to tell that story, right, Juliana?
No.
And we had to go get that. We had to go get that car. So see, I would love for these students that extend far beyond what you know. So we don't just give them scholarships and don't check back on them, right?
Yeah.
They know exactly where we are during football season. Everybody knows where right behind the dorms, you can find the RV. And as he stated, we get new friends every day because, boy, do they come up and get a meal. And Jay Sean and Jay Juliana, when she stated that we bring up new family members every time they come up. So, and I just got to tell you, you guys allowing us to come over here and be a part of your show as you always do. You know what we stand for. We love the students at Florida A&M University. We support athletics, and I'm so glad Coach G is coming on and his team. But this is what it's about. So if anybody wants to know what we do, and we full transparency. Anytime we have raised money for Florida A&M University, you see where it goes. Yeah. When we say we support athletics, you see where it goes. People even forgot that, when Courtney Gaucher was here with the renovation of the field house, we played a role in that. Mm-hmm. And so we touch the university across the spectrum, but our primary focus is to provide scholarships to students. So again, thank you all so very much for giving us this opportunity. And I hope that those that are listening just go to www.rattlersанdarms.org, and there you can contribute and donate. And the other thing is, as we said, mark your calendar, save the date, August 29th. Rattlers and Arms in the Albany State Alumni, the biggest tailgate right there behind the Villages. And Bryan, they say branding is everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So get your
No.
Rattlers in Arms coffee mug, get your
Oh, yes.
Rattlers in Arms
Merch.
hat, get your
Got the
Rattlers in
merch.
Arms shirt. Did you check out? So let me tell you, you know, just consider Rattlers in Arms, and you can see why. The students, Juliana and Jay Sean, they're just a small example of where your money goes when you join the Rattlers in Arms.
Well said. Well said. The link again is in the chats. So hopefully we pick up, as we always do. Whenever we have Rick, we always pick up some numbers for everybody. So hopefully you guys, if you haven't joined already, there's your opportunity to join. And we appreciate Jashawn and Juliana for coming in and joining us. I want to give you two young folks the last word opportunity, give you a chance to get any final shout outs or anything you'd like to say. So Juliana, I'll give you the floor.
Well, I just want to say thank you so much again for bringing us onto the show to be able to talk about our awesome experiences. Shout out to Dr. Maurice Pickett. Shout out to Mr. Keith Stubbs. Shout out to Mr. Rick Kinsey. Shout out to my mom. No, but honestly, thank you so much. I am a true testament of what pouring into students who are in need of help look like. And I am so excited to just be an example for every other Rattler who's interested. And I'm willing to work. So if anybody knows or is looking for any young, talented health administrator, give me a call. I'll put my LinkedIn in the chat, whatever I have to do, Rattler family, always networking. But thank you all so much. This has been awesome.
Absolutely. You make sure to you leave that information with us. So, or I'm sure if anybody sees it and say, put us in touch. We know how to reach you one way or the other. Jay Sean, go ahead, young brother. Let us give you shout outs and anything you want to say to anybody.
Once again, I just want to say thank y'all for having me on the show, and a huge shout out to Mr. Kinsey. As my colleague said, we're living testaments. I don't know where I would be if Mr. Kinsey didn't find me, put his hands on me, get here to FAMU. I probably wouldn't be competing, doing wrestling or pursuing an architecture degree. So it's a big outreach. It does a lot. Guides me, push me forward. He helped me get here. It's a great thing that he's got going on with the Rattlers Arm. So thank you.
Awesome. All right. Appreciate you guys. All right, Brother Kinsey, March membership drive is happening. So we look forward to seeing the numbers continue to rise over the course of the month. And this is a good month to kind of do that. Nice little ring to it. March membership drive. It kind of has a nice ring to it. Well, you're just a master of marketing, Rick. I tell you, man, you got it. You got it handled. All I can do
just thank you guys and everybody who again supports what we're doing. We're grateful for the whole team. As I said, Dr. Pickett, Mr. Stubbs, Mr. McDonald, Marlo Smith, and Rob Pitts and Paula Goodman. So we're just so grateful for the support, because without you all, this doesn't happen. So we are one big family, one big family, and we're Rattlers. So thank you all. And again, the ONG StrikeZone, y'all got my heart, because y'all always allow us to come on your platform to tell our story. So thank you guys so very much.
Let's go, Rattler Nation.
Appreciate it. Let's Rattler Nation. Let's make sure to join up and be a part of the Rattlers in Arms. Here's your opportunity. And I can't think of any better group or organization to be a part of. Again, we thank Juliana and Jay Sean for joining us, along with Mr. Kinsey. And coming up on the other side of this break, GT3 will come up and he will give us we'll get into some spring football updates and some other news and notes happening around campus with our award-winning journalist himself, none other than Gerald Thomas III of the Tallahassee Democrat. So hang tight. You're watching the ONG Strike Zone right here on the Black College Sports Network. We'll be back in just a moment.
For over 30 years, HBCU Image has been more than just an apparel store. We've been a movement, a statement, a legacy. We celebrate the pride, the purpose, and the culture that make historically black colleges and universities legendary. Whether you're a student or a lifelong supporter, our gear lets you wear your HBCU story with confidence and style. Because when you wear HBCU image, you're not just wearing clothes. You're wearing culture. You're wearing pride. You're wearing purpose. HBCU image, a Kenny T's company.
From cancer care to accidental injuries to cardiac care, we all know that there are times that you can't control what happens in your life. But with Globe Life Family Heritage, you can be prepared to weather the storm when it comes. Call Dr. Beverly Eagle Rogers at 877-300-8269 or visit the website at globelifefamilyheritage.com. With over 25 years of serving communities, Dr. Beverly Eagles Rogers is here to help you and your family through difficult times. Dr. Beverly takes pride in Globe Life being one of the few companies that returns 100% of premiums to clients that stay healthy. So for more information, call Dr. Beverly Eagle Rogers at 877-300-8269 or visit the website at globelifefamilyheritage.com.
Are you hungry for authentic Caribbean food like jerk chicken, oxtail, red snapper, shrimp, tofu, and rasta pasta? Well, find your way over to Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta.
Them belly full, but we hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, open daily from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. And on Friday and Saturday, we're open till 4 a.m. Come to Mango's and put some spice in your life.
Oh, we've got a good thing going.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, 180 Auburn Avenue, right next to Royal Peacock in downtown Atlanta. For more info or directions, call 404-698-3992 or log on to mangoscaribbeanrestaurant.com. For instant coupons, text MANGOS to 313131.
Tell your mama hungry, papa hungry, brother hungry.
Mango's Caribbean Restaurant, authentic Caribbean cuisines.
Open up the door, tell your mama hungry.
You're looking for the latest information on Southern University sports, the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and HBCU athletics. There's only one place to go. Tune in to the Carlos Brown Show, exclusively on the Black College Sports Network.
All right, welcome back to the ONG Strike Zone. Bryan and Kelvin here, and look who's joining us. None other than the award-winning journalist himself from the Tallahassee Democrat, covers FAMU like none other, GT3, Gerald Thomas III. Gerald, what's good, man?
I got to start off with my Kobe.
Oh, my goodness. Five-time award-winning journalist. Okay, I gotta make sure that
two national now. Two national.
So tell the people what the latest honors that you've been recognized are for and what.
Yeah, so basically Associated Press sports editors. I got honored for the explanatory section, which is basically like, I guess you can call it like investigative in a sense. Of course, we all know what happened with the FAMU and Mississippi Valley game, not on the field, but before when they were supposed to be in Atlanta. And, I took a deep dive into that and kind of uncovered some things that went wrong with the game and why it didn't happen. And, usually when the new year comes in, that's when you submit all your stuff from 2025 from the previous year. And you just wait and see if you won something. So actually that actually was out for a few days. I didn't know that I won anything. So one of my coworkers sent me the link and he said, yeah, you won on here. So, but it's just a testament. I mean, being a beat writer for HBCU is rare. It's very rare. It's probably only, I think Jackson got one. Alabama State kind of got one. But I think me and the FAMU and the Jackson State writer, I think we like the only ones that do it full time. So it's just a testament to show that we can go up against anybody in the country, just like how HBCUs go up against some big schools. the HBCU beat writers can go up against the country, against people who's covering Super Bowls and college football playoffs, NBA finals, that we can go out there and win some awards too on that big stage. So honored to get the award. Happy to see that my work is getting recognized nationally.
Congratulations, man.
Absolutely.
I think it does say a lot that while I'm sure so just to kind of let people know, when Gerald says like he does this full time, he's not kind of moonlighting as he's covering FAMU and other things. It's like Gerald covers FAMU, like, you know, that's the assignment. If somebody wants to know something about Florida A&M, they're gonna go to Gerald's desk. FAMU Athletics, they're gonna go to Gerald's desk, and that's very rare. It sounds like outside, you mentioned Jackson State at the Clarion Ledger, and it sounded like that was kind of about it, right?
Yeah, Jackson State. I know Montgomery Advertiser. I'm not really sure because the guy that I know that was there, he ended up leaving to get another job. But so I'm not sure how much they're really covering Alabama State. I think they still do it in some capacity. So I could throw them in there too. Regardless, it's only about 3 of us that's covering the HBCU full time as the HBCU beat instead of covering that and something else. So so it's a rare job, honestly, but it's a fun one.
I think it says something to the fact that there's a fan base and a market that of people who are engaged enough to want to be able for the newspaper to be able to provide one singular person to do that. And then I think it also speaks to our history and the success that's happening and the stories that are happening amongst the teams. I mean, does that sound like a fair evaluation?
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I mean, I don't want to sound biased, but I always say I feel like, FAMU got the biggest following. So I mean, that could kind of put my work on the spotlight also. I mean, that just, it doesn't just stop when football season ends. It's a year-round thing. It's you're covering basketball, baseball, every sport in some capacity. A lot of beats have multiple people. This FAMU beat only got one person. So, I know some people, might, get a little upset sometimes. I can't get around to everybody. But I try to tell them, man, I get pulled in so many directions. It's almost impossible. But I try to, at least shout everybody out, especially when they're doing something big. So, like I said, rare job, but a fun job. It's a job that I really have cherished having since I got here in 2022.
Well, I tell you, you've seen it. You've seen a lot. Boy, you've seen a lot in just a short period of time. So congratulations. Real quick, just let people know. I've seen a couple people drop it in the chat. We got a final from the baseball game out in Gainesville. The Rattlers, who were leading much of this contest against the number 9 ranked Florida Gators, fall 7-5. The Gators actually put 3 runs up in the bottom of the 7th inning, which would be enough for the tie and go-ahead runs. But FAMU did out-hit Florida 9-8. Both teams committed 2 errors. FAMU left 7 on base. Florida left 8 on base. So when you kind of really think about it, it kind of came down to 1 inning. But FAMU never backed down from the Gators. We had a 2-0 lead in the 2nd inning before they tied it up in the bottom of the 2nd, took the lead. Florida did in the bottom of the 4th, but we answered with a 3-run 5th inning to take a 5-4 lead and held that lead until the bottom of the 7th. Gerald, when you think about this team, and we kind of all know Coach Shoup's philosophy in the midseason, what do you think a win like this does for this team? Big deal, no big deal? I know for us fans, we're encouraged. I think a lot of us are encouraged. But what's your take and what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I was scoreboard watching too. I thought they was going to be able to pull it off, but I mean, whenever you're able to play up against a team, I believe Florida is in the top 10 in the rankings.
Number 9.
Yeah, so number 9, I mean, FAMU probably isn't throwing their best pitcher out there. I wasn't sure what the lineup looked like today, but I just know, typically Coach Shoup doesn't run his best pitcher in lineups, for midweek games. And I mean, you can say the same about Florida too, but at the end of the day, this is an SEC team that you're playing against, nationally ranked team. So I mean, that'd be a confidence boost because it's been kind of ugly starting off the season. I forget what game that was I went to a few weeks ago, but when I talked to Coach Shoup, he wasn't very happy with how the team was performing. So I think that could be something that could be a get up for them. They got Villanova coming this weekend, and then next week is when it really get real when Southern come to town for SWAC play. So this could be a confidence boost for them, and just moving forward because the real season about to start now. That's what Coach Shoup really care about right there. If they would have won this game, he probably wouldn't even care if they beat Florida. He would worry about that SWAC. Getting into that SWAC play. So, but very encouraging.
And I'll just say real quick, Bryan, it was our last error that gave them the 2 runs. We had 2 outs in that 7th inning, and they hit a ground ball back to the pitcher, and the pitcher kind of threw the ball a little wide and drew the first baseman off base, but he still had time to run and touch the bag. But they have those 2 bags now. They have the outside bag for the runner.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have the regular bag, and he touched the regular bag and walked off, not knowing it appeared that he didn't know he had to touch the actual first base bag, and so they runners were running, the bases were loaded, their runners was running, and so the call them safe, and that's how they got those 2 runs.
Man, that's tough. All right. As Gerald had mentioned, just looking at the schedule here. For the baseball team, they did take 2 of the 3 that they played over the weekend against Central Connecticut State. And then, of course, another weekend series against Villanova, who's down so that's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday matchup. And then SWAC play begins, 10 straight weekends. 10 straight weekends of SWAC baseball with a few mixed in regular or non-conference games in the middle, but mostly primary SWAC schools. So it'll be good to see. Good to see what the fellas do here. All right. Well, Gerald, spring football is what the main beat, one of the main beats. I mean, we got so much going on. We got basketball tournament that's about to start, but you've gotten a chance to get out there on the grass and watch. Well, I don't know how much watching are they allowing you to do these days.
Get to watch a little bit, but I mean, I think we got the most important part settled now, so get to watch a little bit. But the most important part in covering this thing has been settled, I believe.
What's that, Gerald? What's that?
No, remember I texted y'all today. I said I think we'll think things will be going back to normal coverage wise now. So
okay.
Yeah. I got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's been your take of the Coach Quinn Fordham Gray operation in comparison to spring practices of previous coaches? That now this is your third coach that you've had a chance to observe. What's your early impressions of the Gray administration?
Yeah, so excuse me. First off, I think I talked about this last time I was on. Very experienced coaching staff. Coach Gray, he actually encouraged me to talk to some of those coordinators that he got in because they got so much experience. He said DC Lewis. He said he liked the cameras. So try to talk to him. So I may do that. Coming up. Sometime in these next few days of spring. But main thing I realized is that Coach Gray, he seems pretty confident in this team that he has. He speaks with a lot of conviction, speaks with a lot of confidence. I think he knows what he has, and I think he knows where the team may fall short at. Just like, for example, I think we all realized that on signing day the offensive line was kind of short. So I mean, I think that's something that they may pick up some more depth on that as the offseason goes along. Just because I mean, you can recruit all the way up to just about to the summertime for guys who are still left in the portal and looking for a place to stay. So So yeah, it seemed like a lot of confidence. I talked to a few birdies and they said, I don't want to hype it up. I'm just saying what I was told. And they saying it's feeling like Simmons back. That's just what I was told. That's not coming from Gerald. It's just what I was told. So,
that's Kelvin. They're telling the truth. That's Kelvin calling you, telling you that stuff. Tell him, tell the truth.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm excited to see how this team turns out. It's a lot of new faces that I need to learn. A lot of new people. I'm like, man, I don't know who that is. And it could be somebody that I probably done get a report on. But it's like that when a new coach comes in. There's going to be a lot of new faces. I know a lot of people was wondering if the main face is going to be there in the quarterback. Isaiah knows, yes, he is out there. I see Harlow asked me how the quarterback looking. The quarterback looks like the quarterback. That's all I can really say. If y'all want me to continue going out to them practices, but yeah, it looks like it's going to be seem like it's a lot of excitement surrounding the Quinn Gray thing. And not to go on the tangent, the thing that I'm mostly excited about is this journey from the practice field to Bragg Stadium. I know Coach Gray talked about that a lot, before he or before practice started. But I had to say, man, what are these requirements for the team to get on? So I'm interested to see from the springtime up until when it's time to kick off what that journey is going to be like for those players to be able to grace Bragg Stadium, at least for a walkthrough practice, but yeah, man, exciting times on the hill for sure.
That's good to know about the quarterback situation, because I got people already wanting to make bets with me that so and so's gonna start, and I said, okay, bring it. I'll take everybody's bet. I've been kind of right the last couple of years, even though some people have hated what I've had to say, but I feel like I'm.
No, yeah, you hadn't been right.
I have been right.
I don't know. Brian, I don't think Brian not the best quarterback analyst I see.
Oh, Gerald. Oh, that's horrible. See, let me get Marcus. That's horrible. That's horrible to say. I've actually been rather on point with my quarterback analysis. Y'all just don't want to hear what I got to say because it don't fit the narrative that some folks out there have or want to have. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let me bring in Gerald, not Gerald, but Marcus Green, able to join us tonight. Marcus, good to have you on. We got, as you can see, GT Gerald in the house. All right. What's another major in terms of returners? When you look across the returners and maybe some of the leaders, who are some of those standouts that you were following that we should follow, et cetera, et cetera?
Yeah, those guys that he was able to get to come out of the portal. I mean, you got Jamal Haley. I mean, he became a fan favorite last season, playing that running back position. That breakout performance against Southern. Kanari Wilcher is coming back, wide receiver, one of the lead receivers. I actually didn't even know I thought he was still in the portal. I didn't know he was coming back till I seen him out there at practice. So he's back. Antonio came in defensive end. They're trying to bring them dark cloud defense vibes back. So, I mean, you're going to have to keep the guy that led you in sacks a season ago. So those are the main guys that I see out there that's returning. Of course, it's probably more that's just slipping my mind right now. Bo Somerset's out there still. But Ace Cobb is there. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how these guys, because some of these guys, I believe, anybody been there since? I don't think any of them been there since Simmons was there. But still, though, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see them how they operate under a new coaching regime, and see if that decision to stay at FAMU is gonna pay off for them in the long run. And trusting in the new coach and then the new coaches out that they brought in. Because I mean, when you have Quinn Gray come in, a FAMU great, and you see that staff that he brings in, I mean, who wouldn't want to stay? Where else would you want to go? Do you want to go to FBS and possibly just get used as depth, or you want to stay at FAMU and just continue to be the man and hope that you can turn this thing around?
What do you got, Kelvin, Marcus? Fire away questions for Gerald, football related right now.
Okay. Gerald, I'm interested in what do you think in terms of what is your observations have been for the staff how much interaction you've had with this new staff. What do you take away from what they look, how they interact with the team? How's the team responding to them? That kind of transition.
Yeah, I've had a little bit of interaction with the staff so far. Like I said, I think I'm gonna talk to the coordinators a little bit, next time when they scrimmage, just to kind of see what their outlook of the team is and what their standards are and how they feel. So but I mean, just seeing the team out there, just for the time that I am out there, seem like they're behind this staff, seem like they're gravitating around this staff right here. It just seemed like it's just a renewed energy on those practice fields. I feel like the stadium practices were fun, but I feel like you get a lot of spirited practices on that grass. And it's good to see that's got brought back. Of course, teams in the past practice on it sporadically, but I mean, could you really blame anybody? The grass was barely cut. It was never painted. But I think these formative days of this team right here with this staff right here, especially being down there in that pit, I think this is going to build a lot of character. And like I said, Coach Gray, he's speaking with this team with confidence. Yesterday, he told me he expects to learn a lot from this team. Scrimmage is this weekend. Not really about to solidify any depth chart things, anything like that, because he's like, after that we still got like 9-10 more practices. So you can have a great scrimmage and then bomb out the rest of the spring, or you can bomb the scrimmage and have a great spring. So I'm just ready to see how that's going to shake out for that team, and just see who's going to be those people who separate themselves as standouts.
One more quick question to Marcus. Gerald, I know those professional awards and acknowledgement that you have, that is awesome and that is great. I want to know, does it come with a check?
I wish it did. I wish it did.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Hey, Gerald, a quick question for you. Welcome to the show.
Marcus showed up to work today.
Yeah. A short visit because I'm just getting over this cold too. In terms of any newcomers, and you may have already asked this before, players that came in for this semester, have you had a chance to observe those at whether the early high school enrollees, the transfers that came from Albany State? I think we had one JUCO, maybe two. I think we Terrell James and someone else came from JUCO. But have any of them shown any flashes in terms of their capabilities so far?
Yeah, I mean, I know like I said, the main transfer everybody want to know about is the quarterback, Isaiah Knowles. I mean, seems like he's out there, leading the pack quarterback wise. That's not me, I'm just saying, I don't want nobody going out saying Gerald said he the starter or nothing like that. But I mean, that's the main guy that people that's the main guy people are going to look at when it comes to transfers. Another transfer, I guess he's like a transfer that I'm seeing asking about in the group, is Quan Lee. Yes, Quan Lee is back out there on the team, and I've seen him a couple times. He's back out there practicing with FAMU. He's a Rattler once again after spending the season at Arkansas State. So I mean, we all know what he did. That 2024 season. That's what led him to go to Arkansas State and jump to the FBS level. So he's out there. Another guy that I'm interested in that I wrote about some was Caden Brown, who was coming all the way from Syracuse to play for FAMU, and I was just like, man, how does a kid that's from? Because when I read about him, I thought he originally was just from Florida and went to Syracuse, but nah, this is an up north kid. This is he's from New York, so I'm interested to see how he adapts from that up north type of football to down south. I mean, I think this down here is where that real football get played at. So a lot of transfers, man. There's so many transfers that you can't really keep up with all of them, and there's so many transfers from Albany State that you can't keep up with all of them. But it should be a strong transfer class, but I don't think the transferring is done yet. I think they're going to pick up some more players as the offseason progresses, especially after spring in and you kind of see what you got and what you need. I think they're going to have even more guys. So ask me again in like August.
Okay. And that was going to be one side follow-up question was, I know we've talked about it a little bit off the air in terms of the D2 rules as it relates to transfers where they actually don't have a window. So as long as you get in by June 15th. So does that give Coach Gray and maybe even some of the other coaches who recently jumped from Division II, give them advantage in terms of knowing the players? But I guess we'll find out after spring break.
Yeah.
One of the other things I wanted to ask is that I looked at the roster, the last year's roster, I think last week, just to kind of figure out, because they haven't really updated the 2026 yet. So
Yeah, we ain't getting that to the week before kickoff.
Yeah. But I was looking at it, and it seems like we're taking a big hit on the linebacker core in terms of people who theoretically are out of eligibility. And also at the defensive line, there may have been some people coming or who looked like they had eligibility left in the interior. And I wasn't sure if they've come back or if they've moved on. It's mainly the interior, because I think there were at least 2 or 3 that looked like they transferred in last year, and I didn't know if they still had eligibility, if they're still on the team or what.
I know they did lose a few guys from that, like them defensive tackles and all that. I know like Nick Demetrius and some more people that they lost. So I think that's something that they may have to shore up on. Just because that's a big hit. You can't have the dark clouds without having those those trenches. I mean, we remember the times, when FAMU was finishing number 1 in defense, when they had General Hunt and just a bunch of just superstars out there, a bunch of guys that can just go out there and just be disruptive. So I think that's something that's going to be. I know they picked up a guy from Albany State, but I think he's more of a defensive end. I think it's named Isaiah Morrison. I think he was one of the leading sack getters for the team last year, all SIAC selection. So I think they got him on the edge. I think they're just trying to build up that middle part, because it just, even though the FAMU defense wasn't good in 24, in 25 it still just felt so odd seeing teams just be able to run the ball so well against FAMU. I guess I got so conditioned to seeing the defense stopping the run. It was just crazy to see. So I think they look at what happened last year, and then I think they're gonna be able to get that depth, because like I said, man, look at that coaching staff.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to play for a staff like that on the FCS level? You got a staff like that.
Yeah,
it should be easy to recruit some guys to come in and build that depth and possibly even get on the field. Nowadays with the portal, you might not even get your best player till June nowadays. So yeah, I think that's going to be a focus for them coming into the new season.
Yeah, and that's what I was asking, because I saw Demetrius and Stantavia Smith, both of them jumped in the portal and went to, I think, Sacramento State and I think Buffalo or someplace like that.
Yeah,
Stantavia Smith. And then I looked back and I saw some other players, and I wasn't sure what their status was. I think we pulled in last year, and I wasn't sure if they stayed around or if they were just quietly in the portal or weren't on the team anymore. If it's going to be a total rebuild or if they're going to stick around and be some building blocks just to add depth.
Yeah. Nowadays, you never know who in the portal and who ain't.
Yep, till you see that Instagram graphic.
Yeah. Or you see somebody, or you see them randomly posting film.
Yeah, that's usually a good tip-off. Start posting highlights, and stuff like that. All right, so practice number 4 comes up on Thursday the 5th. Saturday is a scrimmage, closed scrimmage. But I know, Gerald, you'll give us the 411 on that. Hopefully they let you watch all of it. That's what we want. That's what we want to know. And they it looks like every Saturday are coming up here during the month of March are those scrimmages. I'm assuming the 7th, 14th, the 28th. And then the spring game is on the 3rd of April. So, all right.
Hey, Gerald, I know it kind of came up in the 220 club, but I was just wondering, did Coach ever say why Friday for the Orange and Green game?
I haven't asked him, so I'm not sure. What I know is I know people got mixed feelings about it, but I haven't personally asked him.
Okay. I know
what versus a Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's a great question.
Yeah.
Great question. Okay. I thought they did move it too. I just noticed that myself. I thought it previously was Saturday, but they moved it.
When he first came in, the April 4th date was the date that he was saying, but I don't know, something may have. I know it's Easter weekend, but I also know that that's also Good Friday. So, so I know that might impact a lot of people when it comes to traveling, because people typically don't get off to 5 p.m. So if you don't live within an hour radius of Tallahassee, you're probably gonna have to miss it or get off early.
Right.
But yeah, I'm not sure why I went to Friday though.
All right.
Yeah,
it looks like
just like I'm missing the basketball game tomorrow because of work. Keep it on Saturday.
Let's make a quick transition before we let you go, Gerald. Basketball, big game, big doubleheader coming up tomorrow. Especially the women, they need a win. They got to get off a 6-game losing streak. The men have won 3 in a row, 4 of the last 5, and the men look like they're in a great spot to be in heading into the tournament. What's your take on what you've seen in year number 1 from Charlie Ward here as we're approaching the end of the regular season and the start of the SWAC tournament coming up next week?
Man, a lot of people talk about that start that they got to in the SWAC, starting off 5-1, that 5-game winning streak. But the most impressive thing that's I've seen from him, and me and him talked about it some, was being able to reel these guys back in after going from a 5-game winning streak to going to a 4-game losing streak, trading wins and losses. It's like they never could win consecutive games, and then now it's like they're playing. I was talking to Tyler Shirley. He said he feel like they're better now than they were when they was on that 5-game winning streak. So I think that's the most impressive thing. I mean, this is the time where you really want to be playing your best basketball. But yeah, I mean, you gotta win. You gotta win Thursday. I mean, for seeding, for confidence. I mean, going into that SWAC tournament saying we just beat the SWAC regular season champions who've been winning all year. The Bethune been winning all year. They didn't go through no 4-game losing streak, trading wins back and forth. They've been winning all year, so that'd be a big win for them. I mean, Coach Ward, I'm not sure if y'all saw the video when the team was celebrating, Bethune was celebrating winning the SWAC regular season championship. But Coach Ward, he said, yeah, we did see the video. We know we basically helped them win the regular season by beating Southern. But gotta win tomorrow. I mean, and they need a crowd there. They're going to need a crowd there. FAMU is pretty good at home, going 7-4 at home so far. So it's going to be a big time environment. At least, the biggest thing that I'll say is, at least is this second Bethune-Cookman FAMU game is happening while the students are still on campus.
Amen.
That's the biggest thing, because I think they're going to come out for it. Because I mean, around this time, you kind of just twiddling your thumbs waiting for spring break to come around. But I mean, you got a big time basketball game, a rivalry basketball game coming in. So it's going to be a pretty big deal tomorrow, and I expect to see a packed house, and I'm ready to see what's the outcome going to be for that game too. So, is the Democrats sending you up to Atlanta? I actually will be out of town next week. What? Yeah, my birthday is next week, so I'll be spending some time with the family. So I won't be up in Atlanta, but I'll be. I'll be tapping in, whenever the team playing, scoreboard watching or even watching the game. So I won't be in Atlanta next week. I'll be spending some time with the family. I know they miss me whenever they don't see me. So, I turn 28 next week. So I'll be.
All right.
Old man. Congratulations, old man, GT3, man. I tell you.
Thank y'all.
All right. I won't hold it against you. You got the birthday weekend and all, but okay, Gerald. It's all good. It's all good. We'll miss you in Atlanta. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
No lemon pepper wings for you. All right. Anyway,
I'm about to say if FAMU win, I'm about to say we could go to Magic City after the game.
All right, that's been Gerald Thomas. Gerald,
Stage left.
hey. I'm just talking about getting wings. You know,
they got wings there.
That's what they known for.
Yeah, that's what wings are.
Among other things.
Yeah, the other things too.
Going for the wings. But all right, hey, again, make sure to follow all of Gerald's coverage, rattlernews.com. Go ahead and pick up that subscription. It's a good time to get the content. Again, you're a 5-time award-winning journalist, Gerald Thomas. He's Gerald Thomas III, out there covering FAMU on a regular 24/7, 365, or 364, except on his birthday. And make sure you follow all of Gerald's work. Gerald, man, we always appreciate you. Sharing your insights and sharing your time with us whenever we got you. So, man, congratulations again. Happy birthday to you. Yep. And, man, we look forward to all the great content and the stories that you kick out, man. And you got more stories to tell because we got more champions to crown. So,
yep.
All right.
Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all for having me on, man. Y'all, if y'all going to Atlanta next week for the tournament, safe travels, and I appreciate y'all for the support. Appreciate the OG StrikeZone for always supporting. And about to just keep this coverage going and keeping it as one of the best in the country. So it's greatly appreciated, and I'm honored, man.
All right, appreciate you, Gerald. Be well.
All right, y'all too.
All right, GT3 on the scene. Let me take a short little break, a reset here. Because coming up on the other side, we got our champions coming up, our championship winning head coach, Coach Garfield Ellenwood. And also we've got the SWAC Outstanding Track Performers and Champions, Tara Bert and Kirk Dawkins joining us. I'm sorry, I don't know who Dawson is, but Kirk Dawkins joining us. And there's Kelvin posing already. Look at him. He's ready. He's ready for he's ready, boy. I tell you what. Hey, let's pause for a quick moment and do a quick reset. Hit the thumbs up and the like button if you would. Get ready for our SWAC championship winning track and field program and our coaches and our athletes coming up on the other side. You're watching the O&G Strike Zone right here on the Black College Sports Network. We'll be back in just a moment.
For over 30 years, HBCU Image has been more than just an apparel store. We've been a movement, a statement, a legacy. We celebrate the pride, the purpose, and the culture that make historically black colleges and universities legendary. Whether you're a student or a lifelong supporter, our gear lets you wear your HBCU story with confidence and style. Because when you wear HBCU Image, you're not just wearing clothes. You're wearing culture. You're wearing pride. You're wearing purpose. HBCU Image, a Kenny T's company.
All right, welcome back to the O&G Strike Zone. Bryan, Marcus, Kelvin, and joining us is none other than our championship winning coach and SWAC Coach of the Year, Coach G, Coach Ellenwood. Let me see. Also joining us, we've got our Kirk with the kick, the champion of the 800-meter and the mile, Mr. Meme himself, Kirk Dawkins. And then joining us as well, looks like we've got a pair of our SWAC championship winning athletes, Tara Bert, and is that Diandrenique with Tara? Who's that with Tara?
Yes, this is me.
All right. Hey, congratulations, Rattlers, on representing like y'all said y'all would. Y'all said y'all would represent in Birmingham, and you sure enough did. Coach, first off, talk about this experience, these young people, all the work that they put in getting back to the top of the mountain. Hold on, we got you on mute. Hold on, Coach. Let me make sure we can't hear you here. Oh, let me see. You're gonna have to Okay, mute. Try again.
Unmuted. There you go.
Hold on, let me see. Coach, you there?
No.
Nope. How about you may have to log out and come back in a second here, Coach. But let's go. While we wait on Coach to come in, we'll start with the ladies who did an outstanding job. Congratulations, ladies, on another SWAC indoor championship title. Tara, SWAC outstanding track performer. And the new reigning fastest woman in the SWAC, Diandrenique. I mean, wow, ladies, congratulations. Well, what's the experience been like for you, Tara, first?
The experience has been great, with all those events. Yeah, it's a little, am I going to make it? Am I not going to make it? But, God came through and I came through, the team came through, and we end up with a win. So super grateful.
Tell us about one of the being recognized again there as the most outstanding track performer. I think if I recall, you were responsible for some 24. Am I off on the number there? Correct me if I'm wrong, Tara or Coach. Did we lose Coach? Coach is still trying to get Coach. Tara, how many points were you a part of?
I think it was 26.5 or 26. Yeah, 26.5.
Yes. Nice. So you feel like you accomplished. You obviously you told us what the plan was coming in. You felt like you met all your expectations and your goals going in.
I mean, I wanted more, but I prayed about it, and I felt like going in and the results I get was the result God has for me at that point. And, and it turned out to be amazing because I end up with the most outstanding track performer. So for that, I'm super grateful. So I can't complain more than to be grateful, because last year was a little, I couldn't manage the run last year. Last year, I cried a lot about the situation, but this year we the most outstanding track performer. So I'm super grateful for that.
Nice. And Diandrenique, wow, you're now on top of the mountain as the fastest woman in the SWAC. What's that feeling like?
The feeling is great. I give God all the glory and all the honor, because without him, I wouldn't have been able to, perform to my best. And I'm just proud to be a Rattler. I'm proud to be here. I'm proud that God gave me another opportunity to run again and just show, my talent.
All right. Good stuff. Now I think we got Coach. Coach, you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you good, loud and clear. Congratulations, Coach, on another championship and another group, another fantastic team. And the ladies finished first, the men finish in third, which is the best finish that we've had in the SWAC meet. Talk a little bit about what these young people accomplished in Birmingham over the past weekend.
I'm very proud of their performance, the way they came together. They were able to, at the end of the day, get the job done. We started out well, and then we had a few things go wrong, but they were able to show resiliency and rally and get the job done. The guys, they're driven. Like you said, this is the best finish they've had in the SWAC. So we're just moving towards outdoors, and hopefully they can rise to the level that the women are and bring home both these championships.
Well said. Kelvin, Marcus, you got anything there for Coach?
I do. I want to know, did anybody qualify for the NCAA indoors?
No, actually, Leonard Mastori was on the list, as well as DJ Lawrence, but they got bumped. Indoors a little bit different than the outdoor regional. It's the top 16, and then Leo was tied for number 16, and they went to the second best mark, and the gentleman from another university had a better second best mark, so he got the nod. So we're just getting ready for outdoors, and I always say outdoors, there's no indoor Olympics anyway, so let's get ready for outdoors, add these next 5 hurdles, and then we'll see where we stand at the end of June.
Okay. All right.
Marcus?
Coach, I just wanted to ask in terms of between now and the outdoor championships, how many meets are there between now and then, and how do you keep the edge or maintain the edge coming out of the indoor season?
We have 7 meets on our schedule. They won't run all. Everyone won't run all 7. But to keep the edge is the drive to be champions. They know what's at stake. They know what they want, so they're gonna have to continue to work. We had a week recovery, and now we're back at it 100%. We're practicing on Saturday. They asked me can they go earlier because they got some plans, which I met them halfway. But at the end of the day, it's about getting this work in.
Mm-hmm. And let me jump over here to Kirk. Kirk with the kick, as it's becoming synonymously known. We know. I thought Kirk. I again, congratulations on winning the 800 and the mile. I thought you gave a great interview with Stan Becton. And you know, obviously, you know, we know the process because you've been on the show many a times. I love the way you explained it. Talk a little bit about that race, your performance, and just all the energy that went into bringing home those two races.
So thank you again, OG StrikeZone, for having me. You know, it's always a pleasure to be here. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate y'all taking the time out to really give us this platform for us to be able to express ourselves. So keep doing what you guys doing. Big shout out to the page again. As it relates to the performances, you get me. Each year I step on the track. When I come to the SWAC championships, it's all about, you know, giving as much points as possible. That's the main goal. You know, I don't really like to chase times at the SWAC championship. I just really like to execute and see if I can just produce a 20 point. Because when you look at it this way, we're trying to chase a team title. And I look at the SWAC championship as a piece of cake. Everybody have to play their part in order for us to get, you know, to get the victory. So I try not to think about what everybody else needs to do, but I try to think about what I need to do. And my part of this puzzle is just trying to give 20 points each SWAC championship to see if I can get a chance of lifting a trophy. Congrats to the girls on doing it. You know, as it relates to the races, y'all know me. If you don't know me, you gonna know me now. You get me? Yeah. I try to stay as calm as possible.
I think they know you now, Kirk.
Yeah.
They know you. They know you now, Kirk. They know you.
Yeah, so it's all about, you know, track and field is a fun sport. I've been running track since I'm 8 years old, and I try not to take the sport as serious. You know, it's a very fun sport. You just gotta know to just execute. What Koji expresses here at the Florida A&M University is just consistency. Once you're consistency off the track, in the classroom, whatever you're doing, the results gonna come on the track. And that's what we do here at the Florida A&M University. We try to stay focused, we try to stay dedicated, we motivate each other. We tell ourselves that we're the underdogs. By doing that, we always, you know, on top of our game, and we take nothing for granted. So yeah.
All right. So the picture shows what we know the flair for the dramatic. Walk us through it, Kirk, because that one was a little different. It's not unlike you to look to your teammates, and ladies, go ahead and jump in here as you're watching Kirk come around that corner and kick. And Kirk, you looked over to your team. That's a look to your team as if to say what, Kirk? What is that moment? What are you saying to your teammates as you stare and look at them coming around that corner?
So that's a great question. So as you know me, there's a lot of freshmen on the team. So, you know, it's the Garfield went out there past summer and recruited a lot of freshmen. A lot of them were nervous before, you know, entering the SWAC championships. We had a few nickels here and there, but Coach Garfield always tell me I'm one of the guys on the team that the athletes look up to as it relates to, we got to portray that form of confidence. So one of the freshmen, she fast started in the 60-meter, I think. And, that kind of brought like a little flair in the camp. They were like, I saw some heads down. So I was trying to just lift up back the spirit in the camp. You get me? I'm trying to tell them that, hey, just have fun with it. Things will happen. Everything's not going to go smooth every now and then. You get me? Even when some stuff don't happen the way we want to go, you always have to have that person that say, hey, I'm gonna give back the camp some form of excitement to lift their spirit. So coming around at the last lap, coming in, I wasn't the favorite in the mile. You get me? So the coaches they were like, hey, Kirk, if we can get the second, we're gonna take it. But in my mind, I'm like, nah, I didn't come here to get second. I'm the defending champion and I want to reclaim my title. So I was prepared for a fast race and I was prepared for a slow race. I told myself that Kirk, if the person that came in first gonna go fast in the first 8, I'm gonna be with him and we both gonna die, come home. And if he's gonna take the pace out slow, I'm gonna stay and I'm gonna just execute my race plan. So I saw the first few laps, I was just chilling in the back as usual. The pace wasn't as I'd say, it wasn't as fast as I was expected it to be. So I was like, I don't need to follow him, I just gotta just stay relaxed and just execute my race because I'm speeding 47, 46. I speed 45 outdoor and the 4x4. So I know that nobody in the field got foot speed like me. So I know that if I can see them on the last lap, I have a good chance to strike. And we Rattlers strike. So I'm like, if I see him on the last lap, I can strike where I need it to. So coming off, around the 120, I saw him start looking back. So I'm like, why is he looking back? You get me? If an athlete looks back, they're showing him some form of fear. He's like, oh, is he gonna come? And my teammates know me. They know once I start picking up, even the commentator was like, Kirk is coming. I see Dawkins. So Coach G was on the sideline. Coach was like, Kirk, start going big now. Start getting big. So I started, increase my tempo, start getting big with my arms. And I saw him looking back. He was looking back. And I saw my teammate, they started, ooh. So they started wooing down the athletes. So I'm like, all right. I felt the momentum coming. So when I caught up team now, I didn't even know Lacey was videoing at the point. But I looked over there. That look was to say, I'm here and I'm here to stay. Once I'm in the SWAC, I'm gonna try to execute each time I defend my title. So I look over them, I'm like, hey, we got this. We're still in the championship. Don't bow your heads, don't give up. It's not over until it's over. You get me? So that was just to inspire my teammates.
You did that. Coach G, what's your thoughts as you watching it live and you seeing the enthusiasm from the team on the sideline and you're seeing Kirk do what he does? What was that moment like from your perspective?
It was definitely a game changer. It changed the whole atmosphere, the momentum of the meet, as he said, because it was earlier in the meet, and just to see the team excitement, it's definitely sparked that fire that we need. And I was like, okay, here he goes again. And like you said, when he said he started building, I'm like, oh yeah, you can get him. Go snatch him up. And that's just what he did.
And I know Tara, you've seen it. You've seen Kirk do what he does. But Diandrenique, what was it like? You watching Kirk and over there on the sideline. What was it like from that energy, and what did it bring for the rest of the team as you all are watching it?
It was amazing. I always like to see Kirk run. Like I already know, like if he start off in the back, I already know he gonna finish in the front. Like no doubt.
Tara got a story. Tara, come on now. You've been around here just as long as Kirk. As you watching it happen, what's your thoughts?
I'm not sorry. I don't have anything to say. He do what he do, He do what he do.
Amen. Go ahead, Kelvin and Marcus. Any what else you got for our SWAC championship winning athletes?
Yeah, for Kirk, let me go. Let me ask Kirk. I always call you the most entertaining track athlete. I watched the whole meet last year. I watched all the meet this year, and saw the build up in the competition. My question in terms of what you do, Kirk, which is amazing, is I know you trust your training and you follow the game plan and you execute it meticulously. How much faster, and this for Coach G too, how much faster do you think he can go? Because that last lap, he has a foot speed that nobody else has, and he makes it look so easy. So I'm just wondering, will you tinker a little bit, maybe see can he keep that same kick and increase the pace? What's the strategy for him going into outdoor?
I mean, well, that's really Coach. I know Coach K is his coach. I'm just his cheerleader. Tyra's cheerleader. You know, I just get in where I fit in, try and make
Yeah.
sure that they're comfortable, and when they need me, work on the camp. But I know that they have a plan. He PR'd. If I'm not Mr. Kirk, you
Yeah,
PR'd already
yes, a
this year.
PR.
You
Yeah.
PR'd already, and then he already ran 146
Right.
last year. So I know their goal, their plan is to be sub 140, 144. And on the way he's going, I see him achieving it. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
sit back like y'all with my popcorn and watch.
And with the ladies, you all were in a fierce battle as usual with Alabama State, and going into that 200, it was really important that we get those points and finish in first place. So tell me about your mindset going into the 200 and how you were able to focus, lock in, and deliver 10 important points for the Rattlers.
I mean, I pulled Diandrenique, I pulled him aside. We had a private conversation that we can't have on the screen, but it pretty much was like, you know what needs to get done, and I'm expecting to get it done. And they rose to the occasion. I mean, she wanted it personally, but she also wanted it for the team. She looked me in my eyes and said, "I got you." And when an athlete talks like that,
Yeah.
you know they're prepared. I
Yep.
said, "Okay, I step aside."
And how do you, with so much on the line, how do you keep your composure? You and your nerves don't let that get in the way of your execution.
Ooh, that I mean, we train. You know, I try and talk to them and work on their mental and practice, not just physical, but the mental preparation. And you know, everyone's going to get nervous. I just say you can be nervous, but you can't be scared.
Right.
And when you feel that fear, you have to transfer it in and hone it and let it come out in your performance.
Yeah.
But you know, Janari being a freshman, it got to her a little bit, but she needed that because once it happens, you know what it feels like and you can fix it. Diandrenique, even Tara had a moment where she didn't execute the way she wanted to in the 800 meters, but she knew what she did wrong. Tara last year wouldn't have been able to get to that point to be able to articulate what went wrong and then turn back around in the 5,000 meters and say, I'm going to do what you need me to do. That wouldn't have never happened last year. So the growth, to see the growth, it came at the right time. Everyone rallied behind each other to get this done at the right time.
Yeah. And Kirk, the what you was talking about in terms of the runner looking back, I ran track in high school and it happened to me. It's called a bear. He was out of gas. That bear was on his back and he knew you was coming.
Yeah, most definitely.
For Diandrenique, I wanted to ask, this was your first SWAC championship meet. Was it what you thought it would be, and how does it compare to other championship meets that you participated in your previous careers or previous stops?
Yes, my goal is to always to go in and win, to dominate everywhere God lay me at. So I just try to do my best.
Okay. And how would you rate the experience in terms of compared to other previous championship meets?
I rate this one a 10 out of 10 because I PR'd in the 200.
Yeah, you were smoking. Absolutely.
Yes. So yeah.
What was your time? Your winning time again?
23:45.
Yeah.
Yes, and just to piggyback off what Diandrenique said, I'm very proud of Diandrenique because early this season, Diandrenique had, she had a lot of nerves too. She was always like, Kirk, I'm not getting it right. She'd be mad sometime, and I told her, hey, the time will come, and it came at the right time. You get me at SWAC championship, we got her PR, so I'm very proud of her. Yeah.
Thank you.
So Kirk and Tara, you all been through the grind. You've had success. Um, Dominique, this is in terms of at FAMU and in the SWAC. This is kind of new. What does your success at the SWAC championship and being a champion, what does it do in terms of your confidence going forward?
It just makes me grind harder. Like, I know for outdoors where I really do my big one at. Indoors, like, really something new to me because, like, growing up, we didn't, like, have, like, indoor facilities. So outdoors where I really just show, like, my true talent. Like, I don't be afraid. I just go out there and I just have fun with the sport.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
I'd like for Tara, Diandrenique, and Kirk, let us know now that you head into the outdoor. What are your goals? Where's the bar? Where do you want to be at by the time you get to May for the SWAC Outdoor Championships? Let's start with the ladies, Tara and Diandrenique.
Good. Okay, she want me to go first. So my goal is, I'm a senior, and my goal is to really put my name out there to go pro. One of my goals to break any records that's out there, SWAC records, NCAA records, whatever that's out there. I want to go for it. I want to push myself daily, every day. Whatever God has for me, I want it, and I'm gonna go get it.
All right.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Tara?
I would say I definitely want to like be more obedient and disciplined. Like when I'm obedient and disciplined, then the results will come, and I feel like I'm being obedient and disciplined, so the result will come. I don't want to put any mark on myself. Like I just want God to lead me personally. So I feel like it's coming, but we're not going to talk it. We're just going to see it. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And Kirk, how about you, sir?
Yes. So for me, I live by the Bible verse, Isaiah 60 verse 22. When the time is right, the Lord will make it happen. So as it relates to goals this season, my goal each year is to do better than what I was doing last year. Yeah, so last year we made it to nationals. We got in at the number 48 spot, and God worked it out for me, and I was able to get a spot in the top 12. So this year I'm just trying to see if I can go straight to the podium. So I'm just trusting both Coach G and Coach K. I just trusting myself and see how far we can take it this year.
Okay.
I got one more question. This is a thought. I'm curious. When obviously you all are champions, and the target, there's a big bullseye. If the bullseye wasn't big, now it's bigger going into the outdoor season. Are there any matchups that you're looking for? And you don't have to say, but you can generalize if you want. Are there any matchups in any of these outdoor meets that you all are looking forward to? Because I know when people see you guys, they're going to be looking for you. They're going to say, oh, there's Kirk, or oh, there's Diandrenique. Okay, she thinks she's a batter. Okay, there's Tara. But for yourselves, are there any matchups in these upcoming outdoor meets that you all are looking forward to? And again, if you want to generalize, you can, or, I don't know, I don't want to get you in trouble with Coach, but if you want to be specific, okay, Coach said don't be specific. But,
no, there's none. There's none. They know that they supposed to be working to execute. That's the only thing that we're looking forward to is executing every race the way they do in practice.
Okay, that's is that unique, or is that just that's the mindset that keeps everybody grounded, Coach? I mean, instead of having people looking for those individual matchups, is that what that's the secret to the sauce? That kind of keeps everybody grounded.
Yeah, because you think about it, you can't chase time. We never catch time. You got to chase the performance, and that's what it's about. That's what we preach, and that's what we're gonna stick with. Executing the performance, the time will come. And it doesn't matter who you're running against. It's you between them two lines.
Okay. I appreciate you breaking that down for us. Okay.
I got to ask this question. Kirk, when did you know you had became a meme, and what was your reaction to it?
So I'm not really a big social media guy. So I'm more of the grandparent. I'm not really tech savvy. Sometimes my teammates, even Leandra, my little young, I call her my young sister. She's a freshman here. Big shout out to Leandra. She'd be like, I don't know nothing about social media. So I was in my bed one day and one of my teammates, they were like, Kirk, did you see what your coach was? I'm like, nah, on what platform? Because I'm only on Instagram. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on TikTok. I'm not on Twitter. So somebody was like, Kirk, you see it? I'm like, nah. They're like, yeah, bro, the video is this video gonna go viral. So I'm like, what video? I saw one day I woke up and I started looking at it now. Like they showing me and I saw that it was at 10,000 views. I'm like, 10,000 views? Really? So some person started texting me. They're like, Kirk, like some of my friends from home, some of my friends from other university in the US. You feel me? They're like, Kirk, bro, your video popping off. It's gonna go viral. Next day I woke up, I saw that 100,000 views. And it just kept climbing. I started seeing it on all the platforms. I'm like, what? Next thing I know, it was at 1.5 mil. I'm not gonna lie, I've been receiving a lot of love. You know, I've been receiving a lot of love. A lot of persons been reaching out, tell me to keep going. I'm even receiving love from some of my competitors, from even the Power 5 conferences and stuff like that. So it's really a big, it really shines some light on the program, and I'm happy I could be a part of that,
Yeah.
So yeah, it was like the day when the video posted, it was like the day after, because it started moving swiftly. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, what they say? Just know when I send you that photo, just know that FAMU done got you. That's what it is now, Kirk. It's just now you're forever part of it now, Kirk. You know, when people send that to other SWAC competitors, and nowadays, look, we'll throw anybody's face on there, any school and anybody's face. FAMU did that to you. They gave you that look. And so
they did it with basketball when we
did it
beat
with
Grambling.
basketball. It's gonna happen.
They put Coach Ward on your face and Coach Curry on Grambling guy face. It's fun though, man. I love it.
Good stuff. Congratulations to you guys, ladies. Congratulations on winning another indoor championship and your individual honors. Kirk, congratulations on repeating again on the indoor and being part of the men's team. You guys had us, you know, third best overall, and I mean, I got a good feeling about outdoors.
We close.
We're getting closer. Yeah. That double is coming, Coach G. That double is coming. We feel it.
Hey, I claim that. Amen.
Amen. But I mean, you guys are fun to watch. We always appreciate you coming on the show, and you know, anytime we can spotlight the success that you all have. You guys are a hardworking testament to trust in the process and just doing your job. And when you do your job, the results come. And so, as Coach G said, congratulations to you, Tara, Diandrenique, Kirk. You know, you guys, we always appreciate you coming on the show, and we wish you great health and a successful outdoor season over the next couple of months.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having us again.
Thank you.
Are the canopies in place yet, Coach?
No, they're not there. They're on campus now. We just got to get them set up. Been going coordinating with Craig. So pretty soon.
That's right. We invest in chambers, continue to support these athletes, not only with viewing and encouraging them, but also financially giving them the resources so they can maximize their performance. Rattler Nation. Thank you, Coach and athletes and assistant coaches for everything y'all do.
Thank you.
Amen. Congratulations, everybody. Again, thank you for coming on, and we'll see you soon.
All right.
Again, thank you to Tara. Thank you to Diandrenique. Thank you to Kirk, and of course to Coach G for coming in and joining us as well. Good stuff. Oh man. Amen. Proud of good stuff, Ron Jad. Well said. Exactly. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. All right, fellas. The one sport that we haven't had a chance to mention is softball team, which is now that we have made our way through the non-conference.
Yeah,
and it's flown by. It just seemed like the non-conference just started a month ago. Literally, it did. Now here we are, ready for SWAC play, as the Lady Rattlers get ready to head out to Jackson, Mississippi,
Jackson,
to open up the SWAC season in a rematch of the championship game. I thought if you didn't get a chance to watch, and I know the schedule was kind of crazy because of the weather over the past weekend, but the Lady Rattlers, I thought, did a great job here in Orlando, and I wish I was feeling better that I could have made it out to more games. But they competed well. They got wins. They got a win over Dartmouth, 8-3. They lost a 1-run game to Georgia. Actually, two of them. 2 1-run games to George Washington, 6-5 and 2-1, and had a tough one against Wagner. And of course, they played host UCF. But other than that, it was, I thought they looked good overall. And right now, the current record is 9-11, heading into this weekend's matchup against Jackson. And again, for anyone who doesn't know, we only play Eastern Division teams, so you kind of do home and homes with the SWAC East in softball.
Yeah. So what I say, Brian, is it's been a long time since we had 9 wins. And we could have, we lost a 1-run game to Howard also, and we also had some other opportunities where we could be in double-digit wins easily with this team. And typically, I'll say that the SWAC softball continues to improve. I looked at the records and some of the other teams and what they're doing out of conference, and so the SWAC is winning games out of conference, not just us. So the quality of softball being played is better. Typically our team gets on the run when we get into SWAC play. We expect to win double-digit wins and less than 6 losses. And it appears that right now this team is on a trajectory to be over 30 victories, which would be really good. And I'm just excited that we starting the season off in Jackson, against Jackson, because we're picked preseason to be 1-2.
Yeah,
in the conference.
Yep. You mentioned the 3. It's 3 1-run losses. I think the other 1-run loss was at home to Marshall, and then we lost to Howard. Even though we beat Howard by 1, we did lose to Howard by 2. But like you said, very easily. This team could be on the other side. Instead of being 9-11, this team could easily be 11-9 or 12-8. And we've had 2 games canceled on us that probably we would have won those games. And looking at the opponent that we were scheduled to play. Yeah. But, I as Gail, as you said, the softball looks great. They're ready to go, man. And so I'm excited to see what this team does to open the season against the SWAC favorite. And so it'll be a good series. Game 1 is on Friday, 6:00 Eastern against Jackson State. Then on Saturday is a doubleheader. So Saturday is a doubleheader, 1 and 3 o'clock. I don't know if Jackson State is doing SWAC TV, but make sure you're following at FAMU Athletics or at FAMU_softball, and you'll see the notifications as to whether those are on SWAC TV. Hopefully, fingers crossed that SWAC TV is working in Jackson, and we can see those games online. So that's the hope.
Also, in the Central Florida tournament, we weren't at full strength. We did have, at least I know, one starter who didn't play that particular game, had some personal things to take care of. So it was great competitive performance by the team.
Okay. In addition to what the softball team over the weekend, we got to give a shout out to golf. Over the Sunday and Monday, earlier in the week, the Rattlers won the 2026 Arcis HBCU Championship. Again, this is a team competition in which FAMU shot plus 39 over the course of 3 rounds to take the team title, 2 shots better than second place Alabama State in the contest. The top individual for the Rattlers was P. Vaboon. And if you know, I had to shorten that because Thalathon, I got the first name, but the last name it's Vaboon V. So PV, PV for short. He shot a +4 over the course of the tournament to finish in first. And I think Sasha Robinson finished tied for third, shooting a +6 in the tournament, including the single best round. He shot a 68 on round 2, which was the single best round among any of the finishers. So that's pretty good. And also you had a couple other guys that shot well. Emilio Garcia tied for 9th, and Miguel Illis was 18th. So another good performance by the golf team, and I got a feeling they're gonna be in the hunt to repeat as SWAC champs.
And shout out to Rattler Nation, Black Dollar Giving, Kenyon Sykes, Sim, and Rick, Kinsey, and Rattlers in Arms. The 3 programs we just talked about who won championships benefited from our support. Remember, we got the canopies for the golf team and the putting green down there. With softball, we got the shed and some equipment, and with track, we've gotten the canopies that I asked Coach about that getting ready to get put up and raise a little funds, So to everybody who's watching, it matters. When we do our part, when we invest in our student athletes and our coaches in our program, we produce champions. Champions take investment. So thank you all for all you do. And this has to be institutionalized and become a part of what we do all the time, so we can maintain this level of excellence. Excellence with caring.
Well said. What's ahead? As I'm just looking at the calendar here, of course, tomorrow the doubleheader beginning at 5 o'clock. Tip off for the women's game on HBCU Go against Bethune. Then 7:30 is the men's tip off on HBCU Go. On Friday, tennis is at Mississippi Valley State.
Yep, they started SWAC play. Yep,
they're starting SWAC play, and then tennis will on Saturday travel to Alcorn State. Also, we mentioned the weekend baseball series at home against Villanova University. That begins Friday, 4 o'clock. And then, of course, softball on the road at Jackson State, 6 o'clock Eastern. So that's what the going into the weekend schedule looks like. What other news and notes you guys got? Kelvin, Marcus?
Well, I was just putting my predictions up. I think men and women are going to win basketball tomorrow evening, with a raucous crowd and being lifted up by the home team in the final home game. And I think we're going to get 2 out of 3 versus Jackson State in softball.
Oh, okay. I like that.
I'm going for the sweep, but
I'm going for the sweep too. I'd love a sweep, but I'll take a weekend series win. I'll take a weekend series win. I'll ride with Marcus on that. A weekend series win. I'm gonna go baseball. I don't know what Villanova looks like, but I'd like to see baseball get a weekend series win as well.
Well, they won their last one. They won the last one.
Yeah. I'll take 2 out of 3.
Yes.
I don't have to be greedy and get a whole sweep.
The bats are waking up.
I guess you guys talked about it earlier, but I was just catching up on the baseball score and saw how things went down.
Oh yeah.
And they played Florida tough, to be the number 9 ranked team in the country.
Yeah.
And it also, admittedly, I don't know who started. I know there was a starting lineup, but I didn't take a chance to look. But we're assuming that, Coach Shute follows as normal, that it may not have been an ace pitcher that was out there on the mound, and we battled and took him to the bottom of the 7th inning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And even that was there was a controversy there. I just saw the video on Twitter about one of the outs.
Yeah. Send me a link on that, because obviously I couldn't find. I'm sure I'd maybe have to go through the Florida tweets.
Yeah, that's where I saw it.
Okay. I would love to know from you guys in the chat how many people are making plans to be in Atlanta next week for the SWAC tournament.
Not for the chicken wings.
We say not for the chicken wings, Marcus? Not for the chicken wings. Yeah,
them chicken wings good, man. I don't care what you say.
I look forward to maybe trying them.
I want some wings.
Yeah.
Magic City night at the SWAC tournament.
Hey, they having it at the Hawks game.
Hawks. Yeah, it's good enough for the Hawks. It's good enough for the SWAC too, right? Is that the? But anyway, it should be good. The banquet will be Sunday, and the first games will be on Monday. We mentioned this briefly earlier in the first half hour, mentioning some of the postseason awards and national recognitions. Charlie Ward is a finalist for the 2025-26 Ben Jobe Award, which is presented to the top minority head coach in college basketball. He is on the list with other HBCU coaches such as Kenny Blakeney over at Howard University, and Reggie Theus of Bethune-Cookman, as well as Nolan Smith of Tennessee State. And, all 3 of those coaches, Theus winning the regular season at Bethune in the SWAC, Nolan Smith winning the regular season in the OVC, and Blakeney at Howard has an opportunity to win the regular season for Howard, assuming that they can. So to see Charlie Ward's name on that list, along with those coaches, that's tremendous. A tremendous honor to see Coach Ward kind of getting some respect in the coaching diaspora. So
year one.
Correct.
Came in August, and has us in second place in the SWAC.
Wait a minute, he is not. It wasn't August.
Yeah, it was.
It was April.
He was announced in April.
Yeah, so I mean, what's
he
August?
He didn't start to August.
Oh, he's okay. You want to be?
He didn't have a staff. He didn't have a staff. But he wasn't on payroll. He didn't really start because he could to August.
Technicalities. See, you know, but I hear what you're saying. Okay. All right. Anything else? Any other meat left on the bone?
No, I think we good.
And I just sent you the links that I saw online for the baseball game. Man, that was close.
Oh, I will say, I briefly talked with Ty Jackson when the Savannah Bananas were here, and that's amazing production, man. It's very entertaining. They run a tight ship. It's like a Disney production, really, man. Family friendly. Those folks travel from all over the world to go to this thing. They sold out. All three of the games were sold out, but the first two was in the baseball stadium at Doak. I mean, at FSU, right?
Yeah.
Then the last one was at the Doak, and it was jam packed, like it was a Florida in
70,000 people there at Doak, probably.
Yeah, because of the configuration, it was 60,000 plus. Yeah,
that's probably better than some FSU games this year.
Oh, ain't no doubt about it.
Yeah, I don't. It's an interesting concept, you know. I don't know. I don't know if it's too much.
If you go to one, I guarantee you
you'll be changed.
Yeah, it's because it surprised me too how entertaining it was and how interactive it is. They all in the stands, you know, the players, you know, every inning one player going to the stand with flowers, and they got all these routines, and they have a clock in all 3 nights. 2 hours.
Yeah, that's I guess the big thing is say, hey, we will be in and out in 2 hours, and it's like, wow, okay,
yeah.
So good for y'all. Good stuff. All right, Marcus, any final thoughts or words?
No, just looking forward to this weekend coming up. The weather's turning, and seeing victories hopefully in Jackson, and seeing how things line up for the tournament, especially on the men's side. Then just thinking, they turned some things around, and a fortuitous bounce here or there, some of those close losses. We could have been battling for the regular season title. If we had pulled some things out here and there, and I know there's a little swoon in the middle of the season, but things are looking up.
Yeah, I want to encourage you guys, anybody watching our show, feel free to tune in on Sunday night, right here on the Black College Sports Network. Myself, AD Drew, we might have a few other people, but we will do a full preview of the SWAC basketball tournament, men and women. Obviously, by the time we do another O&G, who knows? I mean, who knows? We don't know where the women what will happen. We don't know what the men will do. So we might be talking about a game or some games, or the season could be over. Who knows? So, just stay locked in with us. I don't know. Yeah, that's about the best I can tell you to do. So make sure you're following the Black College Sports Network on all the social media handles and so on and so forth. Make sure you're following the O&G StrikeZone in all the appropriate locations on where we're at. And it is what it is. So that's going to do it for tonight's show. We again got to thank our guests. Got to thank Rick Kinsey, Rattlers in Arms, and hopefully you guys took advantage of being a part of that membership drive. We thank our student guests, or scholarship recipients of the Rattlers in Arms for joining us as well. Shout out to GT3, Gerald Thomas III, for joining us. And then, of course, got to thank Coach G and Kirk and Tara and Diandrenique of our SWAC championship track indoor program. And now they head to the outdoor season, so it'll be fun to kind of watch and see what they do. And there we go. So that's going to do it for tonight. For Kelvin and Marcus, my name is Bryan. Excuse me about this cough I got. Maybe it'll be a little better next week. Thanks for watching the show. And you guys be well. Have a great week. Pack the Pit tomorrow in the Lawson Center. HBCU go if you can't be in attendance, but we want to see some great visuals. So be loud, wear orange and green, and let's root on the women and the men to 2 victories as we get ready for SWAC tournament play. This has been the O&G Strike Zone. We thank you guys for watching. Hit the thumbs up and the like button. Share the show with the friends and family, and that's going to do it for tonight. Good night. God bless Rattler Nation. Peace out.